Welcome to the first video of Fight Check. Today I am going to analyze Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is arguably one of the best boxers of all time. He has an undefeated record of 50 wins and 0 losses, including all the best fighters in his era. He beat legends like Arturo Gatti, Zab Judah, Oscar de la Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Juan Marquez, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Marcos Maidana, Manny Pacquiao, and many others. He is a 5-division world champion and Olympic medalist. BOXER ranks him as the best boxer of all time, and Forbes as the highest paid athlete of the decade. But what makes him so successful? There is more than one reason, but one of the main reasons is that he never stopped improving himself. There is not that one Mayweather style, because he changed his fighting style throughout his career. He started as Pretty Boy Mayweather, a young, aggressive fighter, with the goal to knock his opponent out, and ended his career as Money Mayweather, a nearly perfect counterpuncher with an untouchable, unique defensive style. Mayweather is well known for being a strategist and always prepared with a perfect fight plan. In the early rounds it often seems like Mayweather is going to lose, but at the end he is still always able to dominate the fight. Many don't understand that there is a strategic reason behind it. Floyd Mayweather is a slow starter. He uses the first few rounds to analyze his opponent. His encounter with Shane Mosley is a typical fight for Floyd Mayweather. In the second round Mosley was able to hurt Mayweather. But with each round Mayweather came more into the rhythm of the fight and dominated more and more. Even though he changed his fighting style throughout his life, there are a lot of signature moves that he used in his entire career. Let's start off with the check hook, also known as pivot hook. The check hook is rarely seen in fights and very tricky to execute. It's a counter punch, used against aggressive attacks. Mayweather used the check hook against aggressive opponents that constantly tried to push him against the ropes and cut off the ring. The goal of this punch is to leave the ropes and gain space while landing a hook. Floyd Mayweather demonstrated the most famous check hook of all time against the British fighter Ricky Hatton. As we can see, Hatton pushed Mayweather in a corner with the intention to attack. He makes a big step with his lead foot and shifts his weight forward. It's obvious that Hatton tries to land a massive left hook with taking a big swing. Mayweather reacts with a short and sharp left hook while moving out of the dangerous zone, using his pivot foot. Popularized by the legendary Muhammad Ali, the pull counter became one of the most important counter punches in boxing. Many tried to be successful with the pull counter, but just a few were able to do it. Even though the punch is quite simple, there is a lot of risk involved. For example, leaning too much backwards could get you off balance, a tremendous mistake in boxing. Floyd Mayweather already showed us a lot of times that he absolutely mastered the art of the pull counter. In the 6th round in his fight against Marquez, Mayweather showed us the perfect pull counter. Mayweather baits Marquez into throwing a jab through leaning forward. As soon as Marquez throws the jab, Mayweather leans back and responds instantly with the right hand. Marquez was uncovered at the left side of his face because he was throwing the jab. Marquez answers with the right hook, but Mayweather was easily able to roll under the punch. Mayweather used to throw a lot of jabs to the body, especially against physically bigger opponents. A jab to the body may look useless and weak, but if you give it a closer look, it is actually the opposite. The jab to the body has several functions: to keep your opponent at distance and to force him to uncover his head. And with every body shot, the damage gets multiplied. And Floyd Mayweather already demonstrated us that it is possible to drop your opponent with such a body shot. Taught by his father and perfected by himself, the Mayweather shoulder roll became his most significant signature move. His shoulder roll and his smooth movement is unique and became one of the most famous defensive styles of all time. With his right hand, Mayweather catches jabs and blocks left hooks, but at the same time his right hand is always ready for a counter punch. He uses his left shoulder to prevent from getting hit by a right hand. His body gets covered by his left hand. As we can see here, Mayweather rolls his shoulder with the punch from Shane Mosley, causing that he just slips away and punches the air. Mayweather uses the moment when his opponent is uncovered with a straight counter punch. What is your opinion about Floyd Mayweather? Leave a comment and please subscribe for more content.